What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to Off the Schneid. Obviously, probably a lot of people coming over from the fan speak. I know BBG's live right now. I know the Ballsy boys are live over with Nez on their channel. So expecting a light turnout tonight. But yeah, the Jeopardy episode was awesome. That was really fun. Managed to somehow pull out a win. Huge shout out to the Fanspeak guys, to Justin Bruni, Meg, Steve, everyone at Fanspeak for putting on the Jeopardy, game show, weekly show. It's been fun for everybody. It's been fun for the whole community. And huge shout out to Herzig for coming and just joining the bracket sort of a thing. I know he's a busy guy. He's got lots of things going on. Doesn't need to do something like that. So I really appreciate him popping in and doing that for, it helps everybody. Pete Overzet as well. Neil, the big name guys that are coming in to join something like that is pretty awesome, honestly. And it's just a good community thing, bringing everybody together. It's been really fun. So appreciate that. It was fun watch. I recommend go watch it back. It was really fun matchup. And must see TV. But we're not going to waste too much time. Darkside Dev, what's up, man? Appreciate you popping in over here. So we're not going to waste too much time. Let's just jump into drafting. We're going to get some volume in. So we're going to rip probably 2 drafts tonight. The 2 tournaments. So what's still live? I got my 3 Dalmatian drafts in, so that's good. I was thinking about pushing my last one to tonight, but I'm glad I got it in last night because it's filled already. BBM, where are we at? 38%. So we still got some time there. I definitely need to get some volume in there. The sprint, I'd like to get a bunch more entries in. I'd like to get to about 50, something like that. 0 marathon. I'm not doing the German the super flex. I'm just not doing any super flex. I'd like to get in like 50 rookies and sophomores. I've gotten 2 in so far, but that's going to feel quick. So I got to get some volume there. The puppy 2 as well. Weekly winners, I want to get about 25. So just a few more there. So the puppy 2 and Best Ball Mania are what I have to kind of draft right now to get some volume in. I want to get to 50. I'm almost halfway there for the puppy 2. So that's what we're going to do. 20-second clock on the puppy 2. If you want to jump in now. Now's the time. Waiting on 4. 20-second clock. Waiting on 4. Who Hames, what's up, man? Appreciate you popping in. We got Disbanded popping in. Appreciate you initiating the AI over there. We got DQ. Let's get it, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think I deserve this. I need this after that Jeopardy round. That was wild. That was a lot of fun. I got lucky. With the rookie category. Cleaned that one out, and that's where the daily double was. So got lucky with that. And then we get on stream and we get the influencer 1-1, baby. That's what happens. We're running hot. Let's go. I haven't been getting the 1-1 very much. Actually, in the puppy 2, I think this is my first 1-1 in the puppy 2. Jeez, where is it? There we go. Puppy 2. 0 Jamar Chase. This is my first Jamar Chase in the puppy 2 in 26 drafts, I think. So there you go. It's everything's coming up Cody tonight, baby. Let's go. It was a good one. Cheers, Disbanded. There we go. Balsamo, appreciate you popping in. It's Hershey. I think this might be the first time I've seen you in the chat. Appreciate you coming in. I'm doing well, man. Doing real well. We just won a Jeopardy match. Crucial going to the semifinals. Excited about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So we're doing well tonight, man. Got the 1-1 over here. Green Bean, how you doing? Appreciate you. I get the 1-1 all the time in non-superflex. I don't. Throw some of those 1-1s my way, Who Hames? I'd rather have that flipped. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted balance, like, especially being a Bengals fan. Like, I want some Jamar Chase, obviously, So who do we got in here? We got Darkside at the 3 spot. Hollywood Mitch, hey? Cool name, I guess. Nice. We got Losimo in the 7 spot here. It's Tyler Jackson. Don't know who that is. A lot of badges. Wow, Justin Jefferson in the 6th spot. That's got to feel good. If you're in the chat and in the draft, let me know. Or lurk. Do whatever you want to do. Almost all, let's look at my exposures. Almost all of mine are the back end here. Who Hames, like Drake London, 22%. I like Drake London a lot. So that I want to be over 20% regardless over across all tournaments. And in each tournament, probably 20% Drake London, very high Drake London this year. Jonathan Taylor, probably a little high, 18%. But I mean, this is only like 22 drafts or something like that. So it's not like it's really a concern about my exposures. I do want to kind of even some stuff out, but it's not going to be too much of a concern just yet, especially in this tournament. But yeah, we'll see if any of the badge lists do anything crazy. The rooms have been getting a little wild. We just saw we talked about the second round picks last episode, right? The offensive, I think I threw the piece of paper I had written down out, but we talked about that on the last episode, and Alfred Collins, I believe, the second round pick for the 49ers, just signed his contract. So I think it was 83% of his deal is guaranteed, not the 100% that Jaden Higgins is, got. But I think it's gonna trigger a cascade of second round pick contracts that are going to get done, which is good to see. It's going to give us some clarity. We want these picks in camp. These rookies, we want these rookies in camp practicing. That's for sure. So hopefully we can get some more contracts done in the coming days and get these guys in camp. I mean, my Bengals still haven't signed their first round pick, and supposedly he's practicing with this college team, might go back to college. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll see. That's a frustrating one. I've drafted with that Tyler Jackson dude so much. Oh my God, he's everywhere. I don't know if I've seen that name. It's Tyler Jackson. Maybe he's a red badge, so I'd imagine I must have seen him, but maybe not. Hard to say. I mean, there's a lot of red badges now, black badges, red badges. A lot of people drafting, doing pick'ems. You get it for everything, I think, right? So it's pretty easy. I mean, I only do drafts, so actually, I mean, I do some pick'ems. That's not true. I do some pick'ems, but definitely being a Bengals fan, yeah, it is frustrating. I want to get some Jamar Chase. That's for damn sure. He's obviously my guy. Watching quarterback right now too on Netflix. Joe Burrow is just cool as shit, man. And Jamar Chase is obviously the real deal. Yeah, it's good. It's a good show. I'm on like episode 4 or 5 right now, I think, something like that. So Rashee Rice is there, and I don't take him much at all. So should I get a share? We'll definitely do Tyreek. Let's do Tyreek and McBride. Let's do that. Let's do Tyreek and Trey McBride with Jamar Chase. Should be good. Let's try that. See where it goes. Yeah, me too. Just disbanded. Yeah, I'm pretty much only. Do I do any other best ball? I sometimes will dabble in some PGA best ball. Pretty rare. I don't do very well, so I really shouldn't do any best ball. Golf best ball. I don't do well at it. I do okay at the DFS, golf DFS, but pretty much what I should do is get my studying on in the NHL. I think there's a massive edge in NHL, but I just don't have time. So it's basically just NFL for me when you're doing, I mean, I don't even know, what am I at? Like from the start of the year, I'm over 500-600 drafts. So yeah. And I'll be doing another couple hundred probably. So I hear you. Some NCAA. I don't do a lot of NCAA anything realistically. I don't even watch college football too much until the season's over. And then I watch all my tape after the fact. Like basically January 1, like New Year's Day, I start smashing rookie tape, just smashing college football, hammering it before the big board opens, and then all through. That's what I do. It's just I just don't have enough time. It's kind of what it boils down to for me. But I meant just watching in front office. Yeah, it is like the Trey Hendrickson thing and the Shamar Stewart thing. Like that's an interesting one. The Shamar Stewart one is interesting. we'll see where it gets with the rest of these. I mean, all the contracts are done, so I don't know. I'm not going to say like just sign the contract and get into camp. I'm also not going to say that he's in the right and the Bengals are in the wrong. Like, I think it's a pretty mutual thing. I don't even know about the Shamar Stewart one, but yeah, the second round pick thing will be a lot easier to get done for the rest of these guys now that we have two examples fully guaranteed, about 80% guaranteed, somewhere in the middle, or you know what I mean? Like, you kind of figure it out from there. I expect a bunch of these second round contracts to get done in the coming days, just a cascade of them. But there is definitely some frustrations with the front office being a Bengals fan. That's for damn sure. But it is what it is. It's not necessarily anything new, but I can't draft games I don't watch. I don't get the fun in that. I hear you. I hear you. That, I mean, that's what would make me watch more NHL, but I don't have time. So, you know, I'm not going to, I agree with this statement. Like, I definitely can't make content. Like, I can't make content on something that I don't feel extremely confident in, you know? So I wouldn't make content with anything else but football realistically, but I do think that there's an edge in NHL, you know, best ball, best puck, whatever you want to call it. It's just, you got to put the time in, and I don't have that typically. So it is what it is. I follow Wager Talk for NHL. Nice puck time. There you go. You big puck guy disbanded. Who's your team? Who's your NHL team? It's a lot. It's a long season, 82 games plus the playoffs. Like, they play way too long. It's like, what is it? No, early October to June, essentially. Like, it goes way too late into the summer. That's my opinion on the NHL. It goes way too late into summer because it's like, even for Canadians, like, we're obviously huge hockey fans, the majority of us, huge hockey fans. So if it's like golf season, if it's the middle of June and we're on the golf course, I don't want to be sitting in front of a TV, you know, trying to watch a hockey game in 30-degree weather. Like, I want to be on the golf course. You know what I mean? Wow, I didn't expect James Cook to still be there. But yeah, I'm going to take James Cook. I can't justify it. Let's go James Cook. And then considering Darkside picked T. Higgins, I have to be concerned that he's going to take him from me on the way back. So I'm just going to take him here. Joe Burrow. He took T. Higgins, so I'm going to take Joe Burrow. He pairs up with Trey McBride and Tyreek with my Jamar Chase. So let's just do that. Let's get Joe Burrow here. Lock it in. Got a nice, you know, half round almost value on James Cook. So, and a couple picks on Tyreek, who's continuing to climb. I mean, since I was talking about Tyreek in the third round, saying I would pick him every single time, he's flown up 10 picks, ADP, 8 picks of ADP. Not saying that I'm the reason, because nowhere near enough people watch my show for me to move the needle. But when I was talking about that, you know, being the case, that I'll be taking, you know, Tyreek every single time if he's in the third round, he isn't available much in the third round. And I guess technically I could have just flipped these guys and gotten Tyreek in the third, but that doesn't make a ton of sense. Colorado Avalanche fan. There you go. There was a time in NHL history when the Colorado Avalanche were the biggest rivals of my team, the Vancouver Canucks. That was a long time ago, but yeah. Burrow was 100% safe. I hate early quarterback unless it's Daniels, to be honest. I mean, that's fair, but like, he would have fallen to, you know, pick 70 for you. Round 6, I'm not sure I'd say that's early quarterback. I don't know. Might be too early for you, that's for sure. I mean, if it is, it is. I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent. But either way, I was just playing defense there. Like, when I take Tyreek and Trey McBride, I want to guarantee I get Joe Burrow. It's kind of where I'm at with it. And with some falling value on James Cook. I was going to take Zay Flowers there instead of James Cook, but with that value, you know, I kind of have to do it. And then if I take Zay Flowers, then I'm basically locking myself into like a 0 RB. And I really like James Cook's value as he continues to fall. Like, where did he go? Hampton goes early third. Okay. Like, that's interesting. I get this whole Najee situation, but I really don't think Najee Harris is dead. That's for sure. I do like Hampton. Don't get me wrong, but like Hampton over Chase, over Brees Hall, over Kenny Walker, over James Cook. I'm not so sure about that. So, yeah. Yeah, you would have taken him. That's what I thought. Like, this is what the pick 70 is why I take him in pick 49. Because you don't take him here. Why would you? But you take him at 70 before he gets to me. So I have to take him there if I want him. And I do want him. So you got to play defense and just take him. So keep an eye. That's a little tidbit there. Keep an eye on the draft board, how it's falling, right? You know, the T. Higgins drafter, where is he? He's going to take him at 70, most likely, right? So if the T. Higgins drafter goes with Josh Allen or Lamar or something like that, Jalen Hurts, then maybe you can push it and still get away with it. But, you know, if the T. Higgins drafter hasn't taken Joe Burrow and you feel like your stack kind of relies on it, then just take him. Just take him because he's not falling any further. In fact, he's bouncing back up, right? Like, we saw Joe Burrow touch 62 in ADP, and now he's back up to 60. So it's you just gotta. It depends on how you're building, how your stacks are looking, that sort of a thing. That's what a big a big differentiator there is for me. I'm going to take Caleb pairs with Tyreek, so that's nice. That's fun. And then I might just take Swift. I haven't taken Swift yet in this tournament, so let's do that. Yeah, 2 bye week 5, but that's okay. Let's double tap running back. Go Caleb and DeAndre Swift there. I feel like I can get away with that with Jamar Chase, and then Tyreek could be 2 first-round wide receivers for sure. So, and then I'm set, at quarterback and tight end. This will almost certainly be a 2-6-8-2 or something along those lines. I might be able to get away with 5 running backs still, though. I don't know if I would. I don't know if James Cook is enough to think I can stop at 5 running backs. So 2-6-8-2 is what I'm almost certainly building already. I'm starting to take Burrow 1 of 3 times at the 4-5 turn. Yeah, I mean, again, it just depends on how you're building is how I look at it. Like, if I didn't have Tyreek and Trey, like if I had taken Rashee Rice there and I don't know, whatever, maybe Tyreek and Rashee, something like that, Tyreek and Rashee Rice, then I wouldn't feel as compelled to take Joe Burrow here at 49. I would just say, hey, T. Higgins drafter, if you want him, you got him. But when I take 2, bringbacks with my Jamar Chase, then I'm saying I have to get Joe Burrow. I'm kind of just like saying that that's what I have to do, and it is what it is. So again, he's not falling past. Now he's at 60. So if he kept falling to 66, 65, then it'd be pretty tough to justify taking him at 49. But he's bouncing back up, like I was talking about, back up the board a little bit. So yeah, I think it's fine to take him at 49 when your kind of construction relies on it. That's how I feel about it. So I'm going to continue to do that. Again, when it makes sense. But, if you're the T. Higgins drafter or the Jamar Chase drafter and you're pretty naked, then you're fine. You're fine. So, yeah. But yeah, the Marion Hampton thing, I get it. Like, I get it, but that's a little rich for my blood personally. I like Marion Hampton. Oh, and that was Dark Side too. But I mean, I like Hampton. It's just that's pretty rich. If you want him, you got to take him there. I get that. Like, that is what it is. Neighbors at 3, T. Higgins and Hampton. Hey, Dark Side in the chat. Are you just making a hard stand on Neighbors? Because I think this is the 2nd or 3rd time I've seen you pull them up to like the top 5. Which is fine. I'm not saying anything negative. Don't get me wrong. I'm just asking, is that like a stand? I know someone like Gritty, and I'm not comparing you to Gritty. Don't get me wrong, but shout out Gritty, man. He does his thing. He takes a hard stand on like 3 or 4 first-round picks, and that's it. Those are the only first-round picks he'll take, which is not honestly, I don't think it's a crazy strategy. Like, it does mean you have to hit on those guys, but if you're taking 4 of 12, right, like that's a pretty good bet. So I don't hate that strategy. So I'm wondering if that's something you're doing with Malik Neighbors, just saying that he's going to be my guy this year, and you really believe in him. It's not a bad strategy. I don't hate it at all. So, but yeah, I mean, it'd be tough to do with someone like Jamar Chase, even Jefferson, mind you. His ADP is 2. He went at 6 in this draft. So, I mean, if it were me, I'd probably, if I was doing that strategy, I'd do like CeeDee Lamb, and then maybe like a Neighbors, like Lamb, McCaffrey, Neighbors, I don't know, Genty. I don't like Genty enough to do that, but you get what I'm getting at. Like a couple guys in the middle, one near the front, couple in the middle, and then one at the back, something like that. So you can always cover yourself and get, that guy. Let's definitely go Jordan Mason. That's just like too hard to pass up. And then I guess it's Cooper Kupp, although I really don't like it. Ugh. I really don't like it, but I guess it's Cooper Kupp. Yeah, I'm taking 8, pretty much at least 8 wide receivers. So let's go Cooper Kupp. I really don't like that. Mason's a good click there. Makes a lot of sense, but I mean, the wide receivers in this range are kind of dog shit. So, like, really, I kind of just hope that Higgins falls to me. Mind you, he's flying up the board. So Losimo took him. That's the click. Really, like, that's the click in this range. It's basically, for me, it goes Igbuka, Higgins, and then these 3, Ayuk, Pittman, Kupp. Like, you don't really want to be taking any of them. Realistically, I'd rather draft a quarterback in this range, running backs in this range. Definitely quarterback in this range. So, yeah, it is what it is. Worthy at 51. That feels good. And then bring it back with Mahomes and Kelsey. Nice. That feels fun. Losimo got Higgins on us. Did get Jennings, but Jennings, Kittle, setting up a little San Francisco action. I imagine you take Purdy right here. And there it is. That makes sense. Well done. Nice looking stack. Couple bring back options down the road. Think I know who you're taking at. Oh no, there goes Burden. Wow, right after you. That would have been your selection, I'd imagine, right here at 114 would have been Burden, but he goes to the Christian McCaffrey drafter. That's fair. That's fair. Either way. I've been picking a ton of Jefferson and Bijan and slows, just wanted Neighbors. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think last stream you pulled them up too, so I was curious if that was something you're kind of doing. I let the draft fall to me and flip the board on occasion. Yeah, that's a good strat. Like, it's definitely a good strategy to flip the board. It's like when it's still like a mid first round pick. Like, I don't particularly like, we're not bringing up Amon-Ra to 3rd, I don't think, right? But like Neighbors, yeah. CMC for sure. Puka, sure. Like, those are all fine. Nico would be a tough sell for me. Amon would be a tough sell. Genty would be a tough sell. Yeah, but Neighbors, McCaffrey, and Puka, I think would all be the defensible 3 to pull up into the top 5, 3rd, top 5, whatever. I think that would make sense, and that's fine to do. But I think there's a point where flipping the board is a bit of a stretch, if you ask me. But you never know. Could be what you need. Thanks, Cody Jeppers. Must see TV for sure. You're on fire, Meg. Appreciate you. Yeah, I just got lucky with that rookies category. Got lucky with that. Hit the daily double. Got lucky to win the coin flip. Got a couple early questions. Built a little bit of a bankroll there. Got lucky with the daily double, and then cleared out the rookie category. That's really what did it. It wasn't too much, but shout out Herzig. The dude's a fucking stud. And shout out the Fanspeak Network for that. So good, must see TV. Go check it out. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. I haven't done that in a while. I mean, I think Neighbors or Jefferson will be wide receiver 1. That's fair. I mean, I think what I was saying, and I still agree with this statement, is like of the first round picks, like Jefferson, CD, and then it's Neighbors for me for like who is the number 1 player in their offense by a long shot, right? And it's definitely Justin Jefferson, who goes 2nd overall, right? It's definitely CD Lamb, that goes, what is he, 5th right now? 4th ADP wise, right? So at the back end of the draft, who else is it? And for me, it's Neighbors. That's why I have Neighbors ranked actually 7th. Mind you, it's probably Christian McCaffrey now. So I would have Neighbors ranked 8th. Like I'd have Neighbors over Puka realistically is in my rankings. That's how I would have it. And then, yeah, from there, Neighbors over Collins for sure. All that kind of stuff. So don't disagree. Don't disagree with those takes. Let's definitely do Christian Kirk. Let's do Christian Kirk, and let's do Drake May. Need some running back help for sure. Let's do Drake May. Done at quarterback now, obviously. Catching up at wide receiver. Couple dusty old vets. 4-letter last names, almost like cuss words. 3 4-letter words, but old dusty vets. Even Tyreek's in that conversation. So I could definitely afford to take some shots at wide receiver later in the draft. I'm only going to take one more tight end, most likely. If I miss out on like even Cade Otton, I'll take Cade Otton with Trey McBride and be done at 2. But if it's someone below that, then I will take 3 tight ends. But most likely I'll take someone before that happens and be okay at 2. So, yeah, I like the way this team's shaping up. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun one. So, yeah, back to the Neighbors. Like, he's just so far head and shoulders better than anyone else on his offense. And you can't say that about, a lot of more or less any of the first-round picks. Like, Jamar Chase, yeah, he is as well. But again, like, look past the first 5 picks. Like Barkley, you couldn't even say that with AJ Brown, even Hurts in that conversation for his rushing upside, right? Bijan, we got Drake London, who I would put right, similar in a similar vein. So Christian McCaffrey, you could say, but Kittle pulls away from that. All the wide receivers pull away from that. We're not even sure on his health, but Christian McCaffrey theoretically would be in that conversation as well. Puka, Adams, obviously, Kyron. Devon Achane, Waddle, Tyreek, right? Amon-Ra has got his competition, right? Gibbs, obviously, another first-round pick. So there's really not many players that you can like confidently say that they are the best player in their offense. And Neighbors is one of those guys. So that's why I have him ranked a little higher than, most people might. But I think he's just a great click. Speaking of Burrow, did you watch Quarterback 2 on Netflix? Makes me want to draft Burrow more. I mean, I'm on episode, I think 5 right now. And yeah, he's fucking so cool, man. Joe Burrow is so goddamn cool. Like, Joe Cool is a good nickname for that dude. He's, yeah. I obviously massive Bengals fan, so a little bit biased on that. But yeah, he makes me pretty excited to be a Bengals fan. When he was his rookie year and his draft year, I was saying like the Miami Dolphins would have theoretically been able to offer 5 first-round picks for Joe Burrow, including, the 4th overall or whatever that was that year, 4th, 5th overall. And I would not have taken that. There's no way I would take 5 first-round picks for Joe Burrow when he was being drafted, coming into the league. I would have been extremely unhappy if the Bengals took that sort of a, draft capital or trade from the Dolphins. And we're good. Here we are. He's a Bengal. He'll be a Bengal for life. I'm sure of that. So yeah, he's the shit. He's the shit. He consistently fall into 70s, especially when more, Yeah. Especially no more, maybe. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like he stalled. Like his ADP went to 62 and now it's moved back up to 60. So it stalled there and now it's moved back up. So he's not moving down anymore. He's just not. So if you want him, depending on your build, like I was saying earlier, it depends on your build. Let's get my guy. You can let me have Kyle Williams. I'll take him. And then definitely Cedric Tillman. That works. That's easy peasy right there. That is really easy. Cleveland pairs up a couple times. I like that. Oh, wow. All three. Beauty. I got bringbacks for Cleveland everywhere. So that's fun. Nice. Yeah, he doesn't consistently fall anymore. But again, depending on your build, like I have bringbacks, McBride, Tyreek, right? That I'm just going to guarantee Burrow. Depends on what the T Higgins drafter does, right? Like he will almost certainly be taking him at 70 if he's there. 10 picks past ADP, got T Higgins, right? It's built in. So if you want him and you've kind of built it where it relies on the Bengals, you kind of have to take Joe Burrow at 49 again. If I had taken, say, like Tyreek and Rashee Rice, then I could push him and just say, hey, if the T Higgins drafter takes him, he takes him. Not the end of the world. And, I could have maybe have done that and gotten, Xavier Worthy instead, and then Patrick Mahomes. That could have been an option. But either way, what I'm saying is like, yeah, I kind of just relied on me taking Joe Burrow. So I'm not going to attempt it. I'm just going to do it. But I like this team. It's building out pretty nice. It's pretty fun build. So we'll see where it lands. But Nico, word. Neighbors is like, have Jamar Chase without Higgins. You also don't get Burrow though. Yeah, I agree with that. Like he's not quite Jamar Chase, but he's not far off either. So yeah, I would agree with that. But I mean, obviously, like who's delivering the mail, like you said, big differentiator there. That's for sure. Burrow consistently fall into 70s, especially when casuals come in. He's so cool. Yeah, he is cool as shit. And yeah, that's another thing too. When the casuals come in, like again, he stalled at 62 and he's moved back up. So I mean, I expect him to probably stay around where he's at 60. He may even move back up into the high 50s, but like drafters, like a lot of people in the chat, myself, like we're probably still going to push him a lot of times, but you see him going naked a lot of times now to just badgeless guys that are just taking the highest kind of player, or auto drafters that are in there as well. So again, if my build relies on having Joe Burrow, I'm just going to take him at 49. I'm still going to do that. I've been saying that all draft season, really. I've been saying that all draft season. If you really need him, if you double stack Bengals, triple stack Bengals, and you need Joe Burrow, just take him. Don't worry about it. But if in certain circumstances, yeah, push him. See if you get him at 72. That's fine. But like I said a few weeks ago, like if I'm taking guys like Tyreek, McBride, Zay Flowers, Marvin Harrison, like if I'm taking these other players, Waddle, these bringbacks for the Bengals, and if Joe Burrow falls, I'll take Joe Burrow. I'll take him and I'll have those bringbacks for Joe Burrow. And that's kind of the way that I would play it too. So, and then you're getting a little bit unique somewhat on your builds. So I'm not saying doing it every time. I'm just saying it's an option, and it's an option that it's something I do personally. So I don't have any NFL team anymore. A lot of people don't. A lot of fantasy players don't. Like it's tough to stay true when you play fantasy at a sicko level. You're just rooting for the guys on your fantasy team. A lot of people are like that. I also know people that weren't NFL fans at all until they were fantasy football fans, and they just watch it to see how their guys are doing. So that's a wild one. Candyman, what's up, man? Appreciate you. You guys must be wrapped up for the night. Go check out Candyman show. I'm going to pop in there with, I believe it was Ballsy tonight. No, it wasn't, but you had Bindles on and Nez on tonight. So that'd be a good one. I'm going to go check that out later. Appreciate you popping in. Emo Cowboy, what's up, man? Appreciate that. It was tough. That was a fun show. That was a fun episode. Fun show. I'm pretty surprised that I won, if I'm being honest. I did not really expect that to happen. But it was a good one. It was really fun. Definitely really fun. Wow, we're on the clock, eh? Let's do Henry. No, let's do Pop. Let's do Pop Douglas. Let's do Pop, and let's just do Mike Gesicki. I don't even want to take Mike Gesicki, actually, but let's just do it. I actually wanted to just single stack the Bengals with Jamar Chase, but that's okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're done at tight end. I'm happy with that tight end room. We're done at quarterback. Pretty caught up at wide receiver. Double stacked our Patriots, double stacked our Bengals. Not a crazy amount of correlation, so I'd like to find some if I can. I don't think I can, though. Maybe. No, I don't really think I can, so that's okay. That's okay. Let's just see how it goes. I take him late 40s. I want all different Burrow stacks and lots of him. 100%. That's kind of what I want as well. Like, I want different options. I actually want more Joe Burrow. Like, I probably only have about 10, 12%, something like that. So I want a bunch more. I would like to have him be probably my most owned quarterback or my most drafted quarterback, most likely. And I think that's, who is that? Probably Caleb right now, I'd imagine. But yeah, we love a good Canadian underdog story. There you go. There you go. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was fun. It was a really fun episode. Just got lucky with one category in the daily double is really what did it. It's really all you need. But again, shout out Herzig. The dude's he's the man. He's the man. So shout out Herzig on that one. But looking forward to the next round. It'll be a good time. Semifinals. We'll see how it goes. Good luck to the rest of the peeps in the contest. It's fun. And again, shout out Fanspeak. They're putting on a fun little game show for the boys and girls. So what are we doing here? I'm happy with this wide receiver room, and I'm happy with my running back room, but I am going to go 6 and 8. So 2, 6, 8, 2. But this is a fun team. I am going to avoid bye week 5 for my running backs with Caleb and Swift. I don't really feel unless who's a bye week 5 running back that I'd really feel the need that I would have to have. No one. I mean, the only one's really Marshawn, and I don't feel like I need him. That's for sure. So wide receivers, tons of options down here. Probably just want to even out some exposures, get a little bit, not necessarily unique, just even out some exposures. Maybe get a guy that I don't draft a lot. I like to do that too. There's another little tidbit of something that I like to do as far as my roster construction with my exposures. Like if I have a 6 or an 8, like a 6 running back room or an 8 wide receiver room, my 6th running back or my 8th wide receiver, I like to take guys that I don't take a lot of, because obviously there's reasons why I don't take a lot of those players. So I should therefore take them when I don't necessarily need them. Like if I feel like I need a wide receiver down here, like I'm going to need some points out of this guy, then it would be like Keenan Allen, Yoshi Voss for sure. Those are the 2 guys, Slayton's right there, even Calvin Austin maybe. But if I can take a bit of a swing, then maybe it's, Adonai Mitchell, who I have 13% of in this, like Adonai Mitchell, Elijah Moore, maybe, something like that is kind of where I'm at there. Let's take DJ Giddens. He's kind of always the click for me down here. I think that makes tons of sense. Let's just go Giddens and Hunter then, if that's what's going to kind of fall into my lap. Looks like Brashard Smith is moving up the board finally, and unfortunately for me, wow, he went early to dark side. Wow, not a bad click, because that's my guy. One of my guys is my highest drafted player, Brashard Smith. So finally moving up the board, it seems like. But Giddens is right there with Brashard Smith as far as ownership. Huge drafter of DJ Giddens. I think there's tons of value there. And I'll take one wide receiver to wrap it up, and we'll call this one call this one wrapped up, and then we'll do one more draft. That's another episode I got to watch is Emo Cowboy. Shout out Emo Cowboy on Pete Overzat's show today. The randomizer made randomizer history, the first head-to-head battle. So we got Emo Cowboy, one of the boys, one of the guys making best ball history over here. So I got a couple shows to watch. Got the randomizer, and then Nez with Bindles and Candyman. Need to watch back Emo Cowboy and Randomizer. Definitely must see TV. That's something I gotta get in at some point. Probably watch it back at 1.25, a little quicker, get it in. Leave a comment for the team. Mind you, Pete doesn't necessarily need it, but still, you gotta support. Leave a like, leave a comment. You gotta support everybody. You know what I mean? What do you guys want to draft? You want to do another puppy? I'll either do a puppy or a Best Ball Mania. What do we want to do? Up to the chat. Let me know. Let me know what you want to draft. Puppy 2 or Best Ball Mania. Let me know what you want to draft. And that's what we'll do. Those are the two I need volume in right now. So that's all good. I'd be taking Hunter over Smith in this instance anyways, because I need to iron that out a little bit. I have a ton of Brashard Smith always. So if I can, I like to even that out. Stacking the KC. I like that. Wow, you're super stacking KC. Just going all in on the Kansas City offense. Do we have a Denver bring back? Do we have a Tennessee bring back? I think they play the Chargers too. They play Tennessee, right? Yeah, Denver, Tennessee, Chargers. Yeah, there we go. Nailed it. That's how you win in Jeopardy, man. That's how you win Jeopardy right there. We got one for BBM, Green Bean. We got UFC Jaguar. Appreciate you popping in. One for Puppy. Any more votes? We need at least one more tiebreaker. So any more votes before we got our last pick in a few seconds here? One for BBM, one for Puppy. Someone break the tie. MBS might be a good click here. 2-2. But I got Jarquez. Don't necessarily need Tutu Atwell here. I'm not taking Yoshi Voss. I don't really need to overstack the Bengals. I guess I could. I could do that. Guess I could do that. Only 9%. Only 2 times in the Puppy too. So I guess I could up that a little bit. I have more. I have like 20-something%. Yoshi Voss. So Jimmy Horn sighting. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. If you're doing 8 wide receivers, take a guy you don't take very much and doesn't get drafted very much. I don't mind that. That's what I like to do. Mind you, if Yoshi Voss is there, but I also like Elijah Moore with my New England double stack. I mean, let's go Yoshi Voss. If he's going to be there at the last pick in the draft, one injury to T. Higgins and Yoshi Voss is kind of to the moon. And T. Higgins has shown a tendency to, come up limp a little bit. So let's do Yoshi Voss. We end up with a 2-6-8-2. We got Joe Burrow, Drake May. I like that. James Cook, Caleb Johnson, DeAndre Swift, Jordan Mason, DJ Giddens, and Jarquez Hunter. I like that. I like the texture a lot. Got some vets. Got some rookies. 3 vets, 3 rookies. I like it. Bye weeks look good. Love it. Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Christian Kirk, Kyle Williams, Cedric Tillman, Pop Douglas, and Andre Yoshivas. Kind of wish I had one more rookie in here. Or a rookie tight end, but Trey McBride, Gesicki, I like that. Triple stack my Bengals. If you're going to triple stack a team, make sure it's a good offense. And I know the Bengals are. So, yeah, I don't mind that. We got one more for Puppy from Dark Side, so we're going to do a Puppy. Sorry, Green Bean. The people spoke. Let's do one more Puppy 2 20-second clock. Jump in. Waiting on 5. If you guys want to draft, 20-second clock in the puppy 2. I need to basically double my volume, essentially. I need to get to, I don't need to, but I want to get 50 puppy 2 drafts in. So hopefully I can get there. We got UCF Jaguar in here. Foosball. I like that. Dark Side voted, didn't make it in. That's all right. That's how she goes. Now we got a lot of badge lists in this one. Interesting. We go from having 2 badge lists to having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 badge lists. Wow. This could get interesting. We'll see. In the 4 spot. Don't mind that. Always like being top 6. It's always fun to be top 6. I don't know who if I'm evening out exposures, I guess it's either Jefferson or Bijan. Gibbs might be the other click. Again, even out some exposures, but I don't necessarily, I mean, it's only 4, but if you're 5 or 6, if I'm pick 5 or 6, like Gibbs is almost always there. So, but we'll see what happens. It'll probably be like this. Mind you, CD it's tough not to just take CD Lamb. But let's take Gibbs. Taking more reps as a wide receiver, allegedly, right? Kind of the FUD we always hear. Oh, you could ask me to slow down. Had a deposit, didn't make it. You could have said slow down, give me 2 secs. I would have waited for you. That's all right. My apologies. Let's make some money, baby. Let's do it. The payouts are nice, man. 100K up top, right? 100K. How sick would that be in a $5 buy-in tournament? Like I'm saying, if I wasn't maxing Best Ball Mania, I would be maxing these puppies, man. At least like probably 2 of them. I'd probably max like for what a fraction of the cost to max Best Ball Mania. You could max all 3 puppies for less than it would cost to max Best Ball Mania, right? So there you go. If I wasn't maxing Best Ball Mania, I would be maxing these puppies. That's for sure. They're just as well. They're not just as big. They're less than half the size of the overall tournament, but like it's a massive tournament. It's a massive tournament, and 100K up top. Second place 75. 7th place you still get 10K. Like that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. You make the final 375. You make the final, you get your money back. Same as Best Ball Mania. I like that. So yeah, these puppies are sweet. They're fun. They're good structure. Well, it's an okay structure, but it's a little better than Best Ball Mania as far as advance rate's concerned, right? So, yeah. I like to just get in enough of these. It'll probably be 50 of each. 50 of all 3. Good investment, and hopefully you can, if I can make a finals, then there you go. You get a nice sweat. Darkside made the fast puppy finals last year. The payout was decent for making the finals. No doubt. It wasn't first place 200 grand, right? We all know who won that one. 200 G's up top, which is pretty sweet. That's a lot of money, obviously. It's a lot of money, especially for me. No taxes and conversion. Makes it pretty sweet. All right. Took Gibbs. New combo tool, by the way. The new, didn't even really talk about this yet. Maybe we'll talk about that in a second. I have Gibbs with Tyreek 100% of the time, so definitely not going to go Tyreek, although I like him. Got to be Bowers. Shouldn't have. Yeah, I don't have Bowers with him. So let's take Brock Bowers. That's fun. So new combo tool for Best Ball Overlay. Shout out to the Best Ball Overlay guys. Shout out to Pat and Josh over there. promo code OTS in the description. Go make yourself a free account regardless. Click the link in the description. Make yourself a free account. If you feel like you want to pay for it, then, promo code OTS in the description. But yeah, new and improved. It's got the combo percentage right there, the ADP, and then your average ADP, which is really fun. And then your exposure right there. So it's got everything kind of, in a snapshot right in front of your face. And then you can just toggle through Bowers, right? Gibbs, and see who you kind of need to catch up on. I think this is Chase Brown. Makes a lot of sense here. Let's do Chase Brown. Get a little bit of exposure there. But yeah, right out of snapshot, you've got all your guys. You can toggle through. Change, obviously the combos, exposure changes, everything, right? But you can see where your gaps are, kind of, a nice snapshot right in front of your face. So shout out to Best Ball Overlay. It's looking good. I'm loving it. I love it. Actually, that's an awesome upgrade. That is awesome. Makes it a lot easier for seeing combinations and stuff like that, and being able to detect your holes like in a snapshot right in front of your face. So big fan, big fan. Yeah, we know who won. He said he had a few big wins last year. Yeah, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. I know he had one big one, that's for sure. So good for him. Yeah, you liking the Best Ball overlay, I think, there. It's pretty slick, man, honestly. And then it disappears completely, comes up over here. You click it. You can get rid of it completely. Change your tournaments right here, right? Just toggle. How many times have you drafted these players, right? How many teams do you have them on? So I've drafted Chase Brown once. I've drafted Brock Bowers once. I've drafted Gibbs twice, right? It's all right there. Really handy. Snapshot. Love it. I'm a big fan of this new update. So shout out to the BBO fellas. That's going to help with the rest of the rest of the draft cycle. Definitely for the rest of BBMs. That'll definitely come in handy. So, yeah. Any of the badgeless do anything crazy? No, looks pretty smooth. Pretty smooth sailing. Nothing crazy. Might be tough for foosball here to catch up at wide receiver. We'll see. Definitely doable. It's interesting to see how people land the plane when they start RB, QB. That's a good start, though, right? Saquon, Taylor, bring back Josh Allen with Saquon. It's a good start. I did something recently somewhat like that. I actually started 3 running backs and Josh Allen. And so I felt like I did a pretty good job of landing that plane. So it's definitely doable. It's just, how's it going to look? So I'll keep an eye on that. That's something I like to do as well as, see what other people are doing. Like, how's this guy going to land this plane? I want to see what he does. And maybe you can get some ideas. You're going to need some falling value somewhere for sure, but it does and can happen. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's bring up the combo tool again. Who do we want to get? We've got a lot of options where we haven't drafted much of these players connected. I haven't taken a wide receiver yet either, obviously. So that's a bit of a gap. Let's take DJ Moore. Unless there's some correlation I need. No. Let's take DJ Moore. There we go. A lot of 0% combinations, so we've got tons of options here. A little bit of correlation that I can see. I'm not sure what I want to do stacking-wise. That's where it kind of gets a little finicky here. It's 100% wide receiver, that's for sure. Yeah, it'll either be Pickens or Waddle. That's easy. Either one. Either one works for me. They're both there. Interesting. I thought Pickens would be gone. Is it Pickens or Waddle in a vacuum? I get a little bit of correlation with Cincinnati, but that really doesn't matter enough in this instance. So let's take Pickens. I in a vacuum, it's Pickens over Waddle for me. So I'm not going to let correlation, a little mini correlation in week 16. I'm not going to let that, or let that force me make the incorrect click, because I do think that would be the incorrect click. I think it should be Pickens over Waddle. I don't think I kind of know that, like that it definitely should be. So let's just take the correct player, the correct click, and we can worry about correlation and stacking and stuff like that later. Yeah, let's just make sound decisions, make the correct selection when it's time to make the correct selection, right? That's what we want to do. That's kind of that's kind of something I'm trying to like continue to remind myself over draft season is don't let correlation make you click the wrong name, like sometimes you just got to just draft the best players, right? Just draft good players. It's hard. Hey, sounds difficult, but just draft good players on good teams, on good offenses. And chances are you'll do pretty well. So, the guy who won BBM last year didn't really have much for correlation. So it's possible. It's definitely doable. I'm not saying don't correlate. I'm just saying, like, sometimes just take the best player on the board. And that was George Pickens in that instance, especially getting a little bit of falling value there, which I did on both my wide receivers. Nothing crazy, three picks, but it's a little bit of value, a little bit of CLV there that kind of at least like helps you feel like you're catching up at wide receiver. Like when I drafted wide receiver late, then you feel like you can catch up. And taking Brock Bowers feels good because then I can 100% obviously stop at 2 tight ends. I will not take a third when I'm taking Bowers, McBride, probably even Kittle most of the time. I'm just not taking a third. Because again, I'll take Cade Otton, I'll take Mike Gesicki, I'll take those tight ends towards the end and be fine at tight end, in my opinion. And that's just where I'm kind of sticking to it. Definitely going to be another wide receiver here for sure. A lot of options as far as combinations are concerned. So we'll see who kind of falls to us here. Olave would be nice. Olave would be fun. So it's either Olave. Wow. Goodness gracious. I was not expecting Olave to be there either. It would have been, yeah, let's take Olave. Let's take Olave. That does help me catch up at wide receiver. That really does. So getting a couple pick discount on DJ Moore, a couple pick discount on George Pickens, and then a nice half round slide on Olave really helps me catch up at wide receiver. And then it would have been Pearsall is who that would have been for sure to pair up with my DJ Moore. But again, Olave is just the better click over Pearsall. In a vacuum, it is what it is. So make the correct selection. Just do it. I'll just take one of the Green Bay guys. Yeah, that's fine. If it's for me, it's Reed over Golden typically, but let's take Golden here. I'm fine with that. It's one of those two. It's one of those two. Could have been Josh Downs as well, but let's take Golden. Get a rookie in there. I've got some vets, some established veterans. Let's get a rookie in there. Pairs with Chicago as well. which is not a big deal. It's really nothing, but it does give me another quarterback option also. So we can keep that in our back pocket. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting squad. Not sure I love it. These are the types of teams I get a little uncomfortable with. Because there's just not any like correlation. Yeah, there's some stack options, but typically if I'm stacking, I like to have some correlation. I could always do like, Gino and then bring in like Wandale or Slayton. I could do that. Don't love it, but it's an option. I could do, Caleb and then bring in another piece if I want, but then there's no San Francisco there really. Same thing, Dallas. I could do Dak, Jake Ferguson maybe, but then there's really nothing there for Washington. I'm not taking Tyler Shuck, period. Jordan Love again, like who do I bring back with, right? Like all the Baltimore guys are more or less gone. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we do. Then in these cases, it's typically like, Justin Fields, Drake May, guys like that, where you don't really need any correlation. You just need those quarterback points. I would have thought about Brandon Ayuk if he fell to me here. I would have definitely given that some thought. But he goes to the Juwan Jennings and George Kittle drafter, which is fine. That makes sense. I think that's probably a little overkill maybe, but maybe not. That's fine. That's fine, I suppose. Ooh, geez, getting late over here. Or I'm just getting old. Patrick Mahomes goes naked to a badgeless wonder doing button clicking. Playing a game of button click, hey? I guess there's JSN, Ted McMillan, I suppose. Can say there's a little correlation there. DeAndre Swift and McCaffrey, I guess, but not sure how Patrick Mahomes plays into this strategy, but what do I know? Pretty much always Higgins here. It's pretty much always Higgins. Then I feel really good about catching up at wide receiver too. Plus it's another rookie. So it's definitely Higgins. Another rookie. I like this wide receiver room now. Happy with my running backs. Happy with my tight end. I think we're in a good spot. I think we're in a good spot. Yeah, I think we can do some fun stuff here. I think we can do some fun stuff. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. I'll let you know when we get there. There goes Justin Fields, which is fine. That was not going to be my click. So hopefully this kind of works out in my favor, but you never know. Quinshon Judkins still there. Picking him at pick 100 is not a bad selection at all. Actually works with this team too, but I don't think that's what I'm going to do. There goes Judkins. We're going to do Bateman here. We're going to do Bateman. Judkins at 99. I mean, yeah, there's some issues, obviously. There's some question marks there, obviously, but a pick 99, I would have had a hard time not clicking him at pick 100. That's for sure. Just got fourth round Garrett Wilson. The badgeless are out and proud tonight. Jeez, fourth round Garrett Wilson. Holy moly. That's got to feel nice. That's got to feel pretty good. Get him at the 3-4 turn, I'm imagining. 37 to 39, something like that. That's pretty good. What's his ADP at? It's got to be 26, 28. Yeah. Jeez. Ten picks past ADP, basically. Dang, that's nice. Yeah, 39, 11 picks past ADP. Jeez. Wow. That's got to feel pretty good. That's got to feel pretty good. This is the best time to draft, like in the evening, like late at night, depending on your time zone. Like it's almost 9 minutes, 10 to 10 here where I live. And this is like the perfect time to be hitting the streets because you get some wild stuff happening around now. Like even Quinshot Judkins going at 99, that feels pretty good. So, but man, Garrett Wilson at 39, that's nice. That's really nice. This is the best time to draft Best Ball Mania, that's for sure. Late at night, you get some wild combinations that you wouldn't typically see or get. So this is the best time to be doing that stuff. But we'll see where it lands. The Badgeless Wonders just out clicking buttons. Pairs up Patrick Mahomes with Kelsey. Okay. Well, maybe this guy's doing some stuff. You got Hollywood, I guess. Not sure that was the click. Tucker Kraft goes, man, why? With Sam Laporta and Evan Ingram, and then you need Tucker Kraft on your team? Like, I guess it pairs with Lamar, but that's really what I wanted to do. So that was the whole reason I took Bateman. Let's just take Caleb here, pair him up with DJ Moore. Call it a day. God, why would you take Kraft for 3 tight ends here? That just doesn't really make sense. That just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I was going to take Kraft and then Jordan Love to pair up with my Golden and Bateman. Kraft, Love would have felt really nice, but c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Yeah, it's almost midnight. Yeah, so you're in the East. It's the best time, man. Best time to draft. Value hounding. That's the place to do it. Give him a howl. Dark side. Give him a howl. I guess I got a little bit of Caleb Williams value there. That's nice. A little puppy yowl. That's all you get out of me. Wasn't enough. If I got Kraft and Love, I would have been pretty happy about that. And then there goes Jordan Love. That's cool. That's fine. I don't really want him anymore, if I'm being honest. I'll just take Dak. Full round of value with George Pickens. So we're just mini stacking. Not going to be a lot of correlation. That's all right. Let's just take the best players and see if it can get me somewhere. You know, little correlation with Golden. Bring back on the DJ Moore. Loveland's still there, but I doubt I get him. It's if he falls to me, I'll take him, but I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. If he falls to 141, I'll easily click, Loveland, but definitely won't be pulling him up anywhere. Not when I have Bowers. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm probably good at quarterback there. Like I've been saying for weeks now, for almost every year, every year, I pretty much say this. I if I can stop at 2 quarterbacks, I will. So I think I can stop at 2 here, and that's just what I'm going to do. I think this is good enough. I'm going to need a little bit more volume at running back. So it's going to be another 2-6-8-2, maybe 2-7-7-2. Maybe. We'll see where it kind of goes. There goes Loveland. Wasn't not expecting him to come back to me. So, yeah, zig and zag, man. It'll happen. People are going to People are going to get their guys, you know. They're just going to get their guys. Sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. You know, you zig and zag. You got to do what you got to do. Brock Purdy does go to the San Francisco drafter. That's good. Gets his bring back in Burden. That's fun. That's fun. Red badge. Knows what he's doing. Ferguson goes. Just to a guy clicking buttons. The Goon Squad. Let's see what he's doing. Trevor Lawrence, Stroud. Yeah, he's pairing up guys. Not sure you needed to take Jake Ferguson there. Not sure why you wouldn't get Brenton Strange to pair up with your Jacksonville, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to be done at quarterback. Need one more tight end. It definitely won't be likely. Tootin or Benson. A little bit of correlation maybe for Benson. Yeah, I think it's Benson. Correlated with Higgins, correlated with Brown. Let's do that. Similar bets. Let's do Benson. Darkseid tries his best to do 2 QBs as well. Yeah. Everybody's on the 3 quarterback train. So I'm gonna zig. Or I'm gonna zag, whichever I'm doing. I'm gonna do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. But again, even it goes back to last year. I just think you can get more ceiling outcomes with a 2 quarterback build. I could obviously be wrong on that, but that's just how I feel about it. Could take Jaden Blue. That'd be fun with the Dallas, stack. That could be fun. Grando is definitely on the board as well. Could take Algier. Algier fits. Let's take Blue. I haven't clicked him. Looks like it all in this tournament. Let's take Jaden Blue. Sure. 2 bye week 8s, 2 bye week 10s. That's okay, but I have to avoid those 2 bye weeks with my final 2 clicks. And this might be a 7. 2-7-7-2 might be the build here. Depends on if I feel like I caught up enough at wide receiver. I don't know if I did. I think I need 8 here. Yeah, I think I need 8. I think I need 8. So it's 2-6-8-2. It'll be 2-6-8-2. Yeah, I don't think I caught up enough at wide receiver to validate taking only 7. With the casuals coming in, pivoting is what you have to prepare for. Absolutely. Yeah. Like typically that's why why I pivoted or made this plan with the Green Bay thing. To be honest, like UCF Jaguar might have done it to me anyways with Jordan Love there, because he does have Jaden Reed. So I would have taken Kraft first, and then I would have been pretty butthurt if he took Jordan Love. So looks like it actually was a good thing, because I would have been pretty unhappy if I missed out on that. So, and maybe the correct click would have been to go Love here and then hope that Kraft makes it back to me, but he probably doesn't, either. So I don't know. It worked out how it worked out, and I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I could do 3 tight ends with this as well, but then where do I stop for running backs? I don't feel like I have enough running back power to stop at 5 running backs either, because I could bring in Cole Kmet, which I kind of want to get a little more of, only in 3 tight end builds. Like there's no way I could do just Bowers and Kmet. I mean, maybe I could. Maybe I can. Can I do that? I think you can. Like I've said, I was on JT Best Ball show a little while back. Can't remember, but shout out JT. I was saying, like, if you can guarantee me, like, looking back, Travis Kelce back in 2022, right? 110 catches, 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. You did not need to draft another tight end. Period. End of story. Put a ball on it. If you can guarantee me that kind of output for my tight end spot, I would draft one tight end on every single team. So if I can get that out of Bowers, and then, it doesn't really matter who my other guy is, that could be interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. I think it's Algier here, though. That the little bit of discount, that makes a lot of sense. Bye weeks are good. Let's do that. Tyler Algier. Let's do that. I might just do that. With Cole Kmet. I don't think that's crazy. I don't think that's out of line. I think you can take really anyone you want, or nobody. You could just take Brock Bowers. Like, Brock Bowers is who we were talking about when I was bringing that up. Is like, if you could guarantee me 1,000 yards and double-digit touchdowns from my tight end, I will take just one tight end, and that'll be it. I'll take him. I'll take that tight end. I'll take him in every draft, and I won't take a second. Like, I'll take another running back, quarterback, wide receiver, whatever. I'll take any other position besides tight end. So if I feel like that's a possibility for Bowers, yeah, I mean, the correct click here, in my opinion, is Douglas. Pop. Let's take Pop Douglas. And let's see what kind of comes back around to us. I might just do that with Cole Kmet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy. And I think that's a sound strategy. But again, like, it's by no means at all a guarantee that Brock Bowers has 1,000 yards and double-digit touchdowns, 10 touchdowns, whatever, even less catches. Like, you don't need 110 catches. You could do, even if it's 80 catches, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, that's fine. Give me one tight end, period. And that's fine by me. But again, there's no tight end that's going to guarantee you that. That's for damn sure. I mean, back when Kelsey was doing it, what did Kittle even do last year? 1,108? That's pretty close. 200 fantasy points? Like, that's pretty close. If he got that 10 touchdowns, like if he did 11 like he did here, yeah, 78, 1,008, that's pretty close. I don't know. It's razor close. It's razor close. But I think I could get away with it. I think I could get away with that. It's an interesting kind of conversation. It's definitely an interesting conversation. I feel like a rookie might be in order in my running back room. I could take kind of whatever in my wide receiver room because I have a good mixture of everything. So I can kind of take whatever I want there. Wow. Huh. I guess it's just always Giddens. Let's take DJ Giddens, done at running back. I was going to take Mason Taylor as my other tight end and then stop there. If he was there for me at 189 here, I would have taken Mason Taylor and said that's obviously good at tight end. I think would have been Keenan Allen there for my last wide receiver spot. Take some value on Jalen Noel. Could do that. Let's take Jalen Noel. I haven't taken him yet. Let's make a bet on the Houston wide receivers. Get another rookie in there. Haven't clicked him in this tournament yet, so let's do that. So I guess Cole Kmet's still on the board as an option. I have a bunch of options. Like, again, I can literally take any tight end and feel fine with it with Brock Bowers. I don't have much for correlation at all. Won't take Ben Sinnott, I'll tell you that. Could take Conklin, I suppose, for Dallas. Yeah. I mean, anybody's on the table. So I was having a conversation on Twitter a few days ago about kind of the tight ends in this range. And really, it's just anyone. Like, the conversation was about Pat Freiermuth, who I think is perfectly viable just as much as Conklin is. Like, Conklin, Freiermuth, it's the same bet, really. It's almost exactly the same bet. And then Kmet would be a little bit down in the options as far as that's concerned. But I don't mind Kmet. I think that's just like asking too much out of Cole Kmet. I think it's asking too much. I think I would take him more in 3 tight end builds. I don't think it makes sense here. Yeah. I think it's got to be T. Ferg, my guy Terrence Ferguson. Maybe Pat Freiermuth makes some sense too. That'd be fine. But Ferguson pairs up with Algier and Gibbs. We've got Gibbs here for Freiermuth, and that's it for correlation. And like, I'd rather shoot for some. Oh wait, it's bye week 8. I can't take Ferguson. There's no point in doing that and overlapping bye weeks. So yeah, no. JT Sanders makes some sense. Try to get some upside there. Similar bet to Terrence Ferguson, but yeah, let's go JT. Let's go Jatavian Sanders. That's the correct click. There we go. Another 2682. We got Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, Trey Benson, Jaden Blue, Tyler Algier, DJ Giddens, DJ Moore, a couple DJs, George Pickens, Chris Olave, Matthew Golden, Jaden Higgins, Rashad Bateman, Demario Pop Douglas, Jalen Noel, and Brock Bowers, Jatavian Sanders. I don't mind that. It's definitely a little different, a little interesting. Not a lot of correlation, which is fine, but a lot of just taking value in the best player available at the time. So I don't hate it. I'd give it a sprinkle with Cole Kmet probably. I think JT Sanders was the better click and the correct click at the end of the day there. But we're going to get out of here. I recommend going to watch back a few shows. Fanspeak Network, Best Ball Jeopardy, myself, Justin Herzig. Recommend you go back and watch that one. Super fun. Great show. Check it out. Emo Cowboy was on the randomizer. Pete Overzet's show today. I recommend going to watch that. Chris the Candyman was live with Bindles and Nez. That one would be a good one as well. For us, we're going to get out of here. We're not going to be live tomorrow. I'm going to finally get the final coat of paint done on the room. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting that room done. And then we'll be wrapped up. We'll be back on either Friday or Sunday for sure. Saturday's a busy day. So either Friday night or Sunday night, probably Friday night if I can get that coat of paint done tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow and not Friday. That actually might be the way to go. Maybe it's tomorrow, not Friday. We'll see. Turn on notifications, and then you'll know when I'm going live. I also posted on Twitter. Follow along on Twitter. We're almost at 600 subscribers on the channel here, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't. If you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button on your way out. Follow on Twitter. We're almost 100 or almost 1,000 followers on the Twitter machine as well. We're going to get out of here. Like we always say on Off the Schneid, if you're afraid to be wrong, you'll never be right. Hopefully tonight we were right. We win the puppy too. Have yourselves a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.